Okay, I'll be answering the mission questions, the questionnaire that should help you find out what steps you can take next, both in a structural piece and in logistics, to improve the odds of finding yourself in the company, in the intimate company of women that truly fascinate you. I want to answer this questionnaire as a starting point to get a glimpse into my world. I'll make other videos, or I have made other videos about this too, but answering these questions will give you already a bit of an idea of where I currently am in my structural solutions and in my logistics, in my preparation. So I'll just, off the cuff, I'll answer them. Are there enough beautiful women where you live? Yes, there are enough. Although I moved from Bucharest to Malaga, and it has never been better than in Bucharest. So there are fewer gorgeous women in Malaga than there are in Bucharest. But you also don't need 100 gorgeous women to have a very rich love life. So yes, there are enough. Where do you go to meet women that compel you? I go to a dance place, Chiquita Cruz. What is great also is that this is the best climate in Europe, and so people are in the street all the time. So the old center of Malaga is car free, people are walking, and it's very easy to meet people this way. So I go to a dance place, I go in the street, I invite people also to, I have a great rooftop, I'll make a video of that. I have a great rooftop where I invite people every week or even a couple of times a week for candlelight conversations, let's say. So I meet people there because friends bring other friends, and it's a very nice place. How is your timetable set up? How many hours do you work? Is this a place where you can meet the women you are attracted to? Well, I work a lot, and I work a couple of hours a day. And when I work alone. Although I've been working now in a coffee place close by, and it's just fantastic because they have these long tables, and so you sit at a table and there's usually someone sitting next to you, and sometimes that's a woman, and sometimes that's a beautiful woman, and it's a great way to meet people actually during my work. Where did you find your last 3 dates? In the Chiquita Cruz. I did the exercise, and the 3 women I was romantically involved with lately all came from Chiquita Cruz. I met women outside and invited them to dance with us during the 5-day special, and then also just dancing there. What I do every day, they have, I'll make a video about this too, every day they have dance classes around say 10, and for free. It's a great way to learn how to dance, and then it goes into an evening. And so what I do, I go around 10, do a couple of do the class, and then do a couple of dances, say until midnight, and that's 2 hours right there, and I can go home early or bring someone home early, and it doesn't ruin my day. I don't drink, and it's a great way to dance with women and to meet women. Are these the kind of women that truly fascinate you? Yes, although I always say you never have enough of the women that you really like. You know, I always think, true love is new love, and I'm always looking, maybe not for someone else, but something else. But it's never enough in a way. They are the women that fascinate me, and I get bored quickly also. If you could have any woman you want, which ones would you choose? I would love to meet Penelope Cruz. I have to do the test, because I'm convinced that even if I would sit across from her on a date, that she would like me. So, but I don't know where I can find her or women like her. What kind of women or women do you want in your life? What does she do? She's an actress. Where does she hang out? I don't know, Hollywood, I guess. How can you improve your chances of meeting her? If money or time were not an issue, what would you do differently? So I'm already doing this. Like I've seen, like I love Malaga, but I also like novelty. And so Malaga has become the place where I travel from and return to. And I'm not stuck here, you know, and every month and a half or so I need to make a trip. And I do that. Shortly I'll be going to Kenya, we'll go to Uganda, and then we go to Thailand. just to experience new things and also meet new people, meet new women. And that's a life that I really like. That's a life that I really like. If money or time were not an issue, what would you do differently? I think I would be able to take more care of the women in my life. You know, for that I want to be more successful and richer. Yes. Are there enough incredible women in the neighborhood you live? Yes. In your city, in your country? Yes. If not, which neighborhoods, countries do you fancy? As I answered before. Do you have enough time in your schedule for free time, for spontaneity, for inviting her? Yes, I do. What might you need? My life is completely arranged around that. Well, not only that, I have my work, I have my training, which I love, the bike, and I have being social, which are the 3 pillars of my life. And so, yes, I have a lot. If you take away 8 hours, you know, you still have 16 hours divided by 3. You still have 5 hours a day, at least, to meet women, have dates, have candlelight conversations, whatever. What might you need to renounce to create more time for encounters with the women you like? Don't need to do anything there. Did you ever consider moving? Yes, and I moved a lot. I moved from a small village to Ghent, which was a 300,000 city in Belgium, after a couple of years studying. And then I went to the States, and then I lived in Brussels. That was an upgrade, 1 million people. And then I moved to Bucharest, which was, I went traveling for 8 years, and then I settled a bit in Bucharest. And now I moved from Bucharest to Malaga, south of Spain, because I felt I needed a change. So, what kind of time do you have to spend with your partners? As much as I like. Do you have time to celebrate the gorgeous women in your life enough? To dance enough to rekindle desire? Yes, I do. I have enough time. Do you have date nights, erotica nights? Yes. What can you do today to spend more precious time with her? You know, I've been thinking about that, and in my relationships, the women often stay for the rest of my life, and it's a managerial issue, and it's something I have to consider, like how to give attention, you know, because that is the currency, and that is the greatest good, to give attention. Okay, that's good. Logistics piece. What do you currently invite women into? How is your setup? I'll make a video of my house, but right now what is great is I have the rooftop terrace. So I invite women into that. I invite them into going to dance with me. Those are the main invitations. How far is the meeting venue from the intimate venue? If it's dancing, it's a 5-minute walk. So that's not much. How far is the dating venue from same thing. I'm living really close to the center. I'll make a video of that. You can see it from my rooftop. So that's how close I am to the center. It's an improvement of where I used to be here in Malaga, with only a couple of minutes, but that's a world of difference. And it's also right in the center. The other one was across the river, which is a mental barrier for a lot of people. So it improved my location has very much improved. The privacy is a bit the same, and I'm not so happy with it. I have 2 female roommates, but still, it would be better to live alone or to have more privacy. That's a work in progress. I'm new to the city. I lived here since April, and so I know what I want, and I'll get there. Right now, I cannot complain. This is good or good enough right now, but I'm seeking to have a more private place. For that also, I want to be more successful and richer so I can afford it. What mood or feel do you have in your apartment? Is it cozy? I'm changing these white lights into yellow lights. It's been a process of cleaning up, getting out the clutter, because I don't like it. I have a very clean place. I'll film it for you. I make sure it's warm. I make sure I have music. I make sure I have drinks for women, other drugs. I make sure it's warm, very important, so they can have warm feet. What else? Yes, I also have like penny liners and a hair dryer and chargers, because I know that's like questions that women have. So I make sure I take care of that, so they don't have to go home. Lighting, do you have always supplies? Oh, there it is. What's needed for a woman to become... The privacy is the biggest thing. Because I had girls in that said, oh, you know, I literally, tell me when you're alone, because I want to scream. So, what obstacles beyond the way you interact generally get in the way of intimacy for you, and how can they be overcome? The privacy right now is the only thing. In the relationship with the women in your life, are there activities that dampen the chemistry and polarity? And yes, becoming very good friends, and and unable to keep to bring that friendship into the erotic life. I need to educate women on it because they like to be my friend, and I like my friendship, and I'm a very good friend, and I'm very loyal, but it comes at the cost of passion, especially my passion. That's something I noticed, that hits a man faster than a woman. Big realization. What can you do today to increase the chances of intimacy with the women you fancy? Privacy, have my own place. What can you do today? What can I do today? Keep working. Keep doing my business so I am more successful and I can afford it. What decisions to improve your logistics can you make today to increase chances of intimacy with women and enamor you in the near future? It's more a structured solution maybe, but I have decided to go out more often, and I go dancing now almost every day for at least an hour. Very good. And if I don't do that, I walk through the city. I just go for a walk, I put on my clothes, and at least for 5 minutes I go outside with the sole purpose of seeing if there are great women out there. There you go. Those are I thought this was going to be a lot shorter, but there you go. 12 minutes of me just answering these questions. Now I know also which things I'm going to film for you. I'm going to film Chiquita Cruz. I'm going to film my rooftop, film the house, maybe the place where I used to live, and then the streets of Malaga. So you get a sense of that. So you get a sense of, you get a glimpse into my world. I hope you enjoyed it. There's more to come.